Yep.
Great, thank you.
Irish edition PS1. Yes, I'm back to this. Yes, I'm officially back. After a 5-game, only after 5 games I did last year.
You are 15 questions away from the million. Are you ready to go? Have a look at this for 100 euros.
Okay, first question. Okay. First question. What shape was the table at which King Arthur's knights sat? Square, rectangular, round, triangular. That was a round table.
Good start. You have 100 euros. Okay, let's crack on for 200 euros.
Name Dottie's best friend, the big legs, eyes, ears. No, that'd be big ears.
It's right. You have 200 euros. For 300 euros, here's another easy one.
Okay. Name the capital of Switzerland. O'Toole, Scott, Hollier, Byrne. That'd be Byrne.
The right answer.
So,
You have
can you imagine
300
if you're
euros.
getting names in the capital of Switzerland?
You are getting ever nearer to the 1 million question. Try this one for 500 euros.
What is known as the ship of the desert? The goat, the camel, the donkey, the horse. That's the camel.
You think it's B. You bet it is. 500 euros to you. Remember, you still have all 3 lifelines left. Great start. Here's the next question for 1,000 euros. Get this, and that's the least that you can leave with. Here's the question. Take your time.
Butter, Plunto, and red kidney are all beans, jams, teas, butters. Beans.
So you're saying it's A.
Butter, pinto.
Final
not
answer?
Plunto, pinto.
To guarantee yourself 1,000 euros, you need to get this right. You did. Well done. You have 1,000 euros. You keep that. Here's the next question for 2,000 euros. You have nothing to lose. Give it a whirl.
Sure does. Which football team has its home games at Old Trafford? Newcastle United, Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal. That's Manchester United.
You think it's B.
Tom would outright lynch me if I got this wrong.
You just doubled your money. You have 2,000 euros. Okay, you're doing fine. The money is starting to build up now, but the questions are also getting harder. So remember, you have as much time as you need. Here is 4,000's worth.
4,000. What name is given to a knitting pattern resembling a twisted rope? Steel suture, cable stitch, wire loop, rope trick. That's a cable stitch.
You think it's B. The money is mounting up. You have 4,000 euros. Remember, you still have all 3 lifelines left. You seem to be in good form. Are you ready to go for the next one? 4,000 euros worth. Here comes the question.
Eidos, half a point straight. Okay. Which British actor starred in the film Zulu? John Mills, Michael Caine, Albert Finney, Tom Courtney. What's it all about, Alfie?
You think it's
What's it all
B.
about?
You had 4,000 euros. You now have 8,000 euros. You're on 8,000 euros. The next question is worth 16,000. Concentrate. Think about the answer. Here goes.
60. Okay, 16. Salvador Dali was a master of which artistic genre? Surrealism, realism, cubism, impression. That'd be surrealism, Salvador
You
Dali.
think it's A.
Paranoid critical, Dali. Paranoid critical.
You had 8,000 euros. You now have 16,000 euros. You still have all 3 lifelines left. You have 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. You have just won 16,000 euros. Now that's a lot of money. Have a look at the next question. Remember, you don't have to play, you can leave now. But we would love for you to win more. Try this one for 32,000 euros.
Right. Okay. What's a chemical symbol for tin? Ti, Sn, Au, S. That's Sn.
You think it's B.
Now it's fucked up as antimony, which is actually the element after.
When you leave the game, you can be sure of
Yeah,
one
SB
thing.
for antimony.
You will
so-
take with you a minimum of 32,000 euros. It's the correct answer. That was brilliant. I'm writing you out a check for at least 32,000 euros, but I would much rather write you out one for at least 64,000 euros. Have a look at this. You have nothing to lose. Try it for the crack.
64. What is a clockwork model of the solar system called? An Oriel, an Osler, an Orrery, an Oroton. That's an Orrery.
You think it's C? Well, you knew that you had nothing to lose by answering this question, and you didn't have. But you're now worth 64,000 euros. The next question is question 12. If you get this, you will be just 3 questions away from 1 million. You are guaranteed 32,000. You're currently on 64,000 euros, and this one could get you a cool 125,000. Now relax, take your time, get ready for the question.
125. A family of monkeys is called a troop, pack, school. That's
You
a
think
troop
it's
of
A?
monkeys. That's a troop of monkeys. It's just for a second.
So far, you've had a cracking game, but the crack still goes on. You have just won 125,000 euros.
Sorry about that.
125,000 euros, that is what you have reached, a fantastic achievement. With the next question, you'll be playing for 250,000 euros, a 250,000. But a word of caution, should you guess the wrong answer, you will lose the sum of 93,000 euros, a massive drop back to 32,000. Think about it. Look at the question, decide whether you want to play.
My turn, 50,000. How many times was Henry VIII divorced? Twice, 4 times, 5 times, 3 times. That'd be twice.
You think it's A.
Let's use it for a second, guys.
To play at this level, you need knowledge, patience, and nerve. You also need the right answer, which is what you had. You won 250,000 euros.
Okay.
You are now just 2 questions away from 1 million euros. Whatever happens, you have done remarkably well. You have 250,000. You now have the chance to play for 500,000. Look at the question, reason it through, decide whether or not you want to play. Remember, get this wrong, you will go right back to 32,000 euros. So, take your time. Here is the question.
I've written down 500,000. Okay. Who wrote the musical score Misère? Whalen, French, Hayes, Oriata. That'd be Oriata, Misère.
You think it's D. Well, you are either going to win 500,000 euros or lose 218,000. One or the other. You made your call. You went for it. Congratulations, you're now worth 500,000 euros.
Ah. Half this was because Tetris Williams out, so 1 in 14 odds. I'll say for this one.
Well, here we are. You have reached the 15th and final question for 1 million euros. You have 500,000. You do not have to play. You can walk away now with our congratulations and best wishes, and of course, 500,000 in euros, or you can play. For 1 million, you can have a go at this question, but if you're wrong, you will lose 468,000 euros. Take a look. Take your time. Remember to keep your head, and you might keep the money. So, do you want to be a millionaire? If you do, here is the question.
Okay, for which half a million game? My prediction is going to be Leonard, which would be Chico. I'll go Leonard for my prediction, which is Chico. Who wrote The Pilgrim's Progress? John Donne, John Bunyan, John Gay, John Milton. That'd be John Bunyan, The Pilgrim's Progress.
You think
John
it's
Bunyan.
B. You have played a great game. You kept your nerve, you kept going against the odds, and you kept the answers coming no matter how hard it got. You are truly a marvelous competitor. So now you get to keep 1 million euros. Congratulations to you. You are the worthy winner of the million, the biggest prize on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Card number 377 in my second for the session, so. You got here after 2. I gotta get back to the mojo things, so. Get back to doing some more Ash Edition later on. So. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care. God bless you.